Everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MGS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, I thank you, and to those who haven't yet, I really hope you do. I just completed my 38th year coaching football. I was a defensive coordinator, but over that span, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach. I've coached every position on defense, offense. Okay, excuse me. And this is all at both the collegiate and high school levels. So today in this presentation, what I'd like to talk to you about is one of our plug blitzes. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so you can see all of these in the playlists. Okay. It's what we call our Mo and Curly plug blitzes. Okay, it's out of our 3-4. Yes, you can play it out of multiple fronts. Okay, I'll go through that. But this is what we call an A and B same side read blitz. Excuse me. Okay, so it's a plug, right? B to B, but it's a variation of a plug. So I'll go through that with you. Okay. So the key terms here today is this is a double plug on the same side. So that means both inside linebackers, and it's an A and B plug with the second guy reading. Okay, hence A, B, same side read blitz. All right, so I'll teach that to you. And then the big component to this particular type of plug blitz is what we call the Gilligan concept. All right, like Gilligan's Island, the old show. Okay, offensive guard is the designated blocker. So again, if you subscribe, you can go to all my different playlists. I get into this in great detail. All right, the uncovered lineman, which in our 3-4 front is usually the guard. That's our designated guy that we read. Okay. We put him on an island, though, when it's a read blitz. Okay, we put that designated blocker on an island. And so the first inside linebacker in this blitz is going to plug the A gap on the same side. And the second blitzer is going to read the guard and go butt side opposite. So it could be he plugs A gap or he plugs B gap, hence the AB same side. Okay, and so I'll build that in. But that's what this all means, okay? And yet, we still have our auto readout. So again, non-subscribers, please subscribe so you can get all of this, okay? Both inside linebackers have the automatic readout, and both depends on if the guard is pulling to them. Okay, if there's a guard pulling to them, either one, they read out. Okay, and I'll bring that in near the end because this is a pass situation and or tendency plug. That's when we typically use this. So we use it to attack protection, defend this draw, or defend the screen. Okay, it could be a middle screen, it could be a back leaking out type of screen, but either way, this is when we call it. I don't call it to defend the ISO play, okay? Or I don't call it to defend the power play. All right, so how does this play out? So let's go. So I have this drawn up from our base 3-4 that we call 50. Okay, so again, non-subscribers, if you subscribe, you get all of this. Okay, I mentioned earlier, yes, you can run this out of multiple fronts. We teach our guys this. Different starting point, same ending point. So we do run this out of multiple fronts, and that's how we teach it. Everything is taught out of this front for us first because this is our base and everything stems from it. But you may run it out of multiple. So whatever that is for you, stick with it. Okay, and if that includes installing this type of front, love it. Okay? So up top we have what we call 50 Mo. Right? Three Stooges fans. On the bottom, we have 50 Curly. Now, I realize Curly begins with C, not B, but this is a Three Stooges male name combo, right? Mo, there isn't a Stooge who begins with the letter B, so I didn't use the letter B. But M, the Mike's making the lucky Ringo. Curly, since it's the opposite, it's the same blitz, the backer makes the lucky Ringo. Okay, just to clarify that. So again, non-subscribers, hope you're getting the point right now because it's free to subscribe. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, the inside linebacker who's making the lucky Ringo and going first is in green. The Reed inside linebacker who's going second's in red, and I'm going to diagram the defensive line in blue. Okay? So I'm going to start up top, and I have no intention of going over what cover medium is. Okay, so non-subscribers, you have to do that to go to the Zone Blitz coverage playlist. Woo! All right, so how does this work? Well, first of all, right, the Mike makes the lucky Ringo call. So he's on the right side. He says, Ringo, right? L&R. So he is going to plug first. So what that does up front, it's easy for the defensive ends. On the snap, they both slant into C-gap. Nose goes away from the call. So Ringo, he's slanting A-gap left. Boom, done. Okay? Now, the offensive line, I'll do in black. Since this is typically a pass situation or tendency call, I'm going to put them in pass protection for right now. Okay? And I'll even go so far as to show you the typical pass protection that we usually attack, right? Think about number 4. So here's what happens. On the snap, the Mike's same side A plug-in. So he's actually tighter than that. Let me tighten that up. Right? Near edge read of the center. So that hasn't changed. Here's the guy we're putting on the island. Okay? So since neither guard's pulling, the Mike linebacker continues on his plug. On the snap, he takes his read step forward, right, with his back foot, and then it's shuffle, shuffle. His eyes have already gone over to that guard that he's reading. Since the guard is blocking towards him in that A gap, butt side is into the B gap. That's the read. See how he's on an island? Okay, he's going second is the read. The guy we're reading is the same guy, designated blocker's the guard. He's on an island because, right, we got him squeezed. What if the designated blocker on the island did this? Go B gap. It could be a big on big type of protection. So now he is going to go A gap. Hence A, B, same side. We're not going to go. If he's blocking this way, we want to go butt side because you're not going to get blocked. One of these two are going to come clean. It works. We're very, very effective running this. Okay, it's really good versus the big on big here. Okay, it's really good versus big on big here, slide protection from the guard over. Really effective. Okay, and down here, I'll show you the readout. But I'm going to hold off for right this second. This is when we usually call it. Okay, this is when we call it because it's a pass situation or it's a tendency by formation group or what have you. Part of the field could be all of it. Okay, but that's how we put that guard on the island. And that's what's meant by going butt side. Okay, so this is, again, really effective type of plug that involves both inside linebackers, and they're going off of the guard plate on the call side. In this case, this guard on the Ringo, so they're left guard. Now down here, I'll show you how it works again, but then I'll bring in readout scenarios, okay? Everybody with me? All right. So first up, let's establish surface showing pass. We're going to establish that slide protection. So we'll say they insert the back into B gap. Okay? So, backer's on the left. He says lucky. That tells the nose. Now I slant A gap right. Both defensive ends slanting their C gap regardless of the lucky Ringo. Oops, sorry about that. So now on the snap of the football, plugging that A gap right off the near edge of the center. The Mike linebacker this time, he's the read defender. So he's stepping. Shuffle, shuffle. Now he's butt side into the B gap. And if the back's there, he's got to make a move. I'll take a linebacker over a running back every day of the week. Okay? And now you got to do your film study. If they put a different back in who's really good at protection, then this blitz won't be effective. Okay? The chances are he's not going to get there. But if they keep the same back in or like most of the backs we see, again, we're not talking professional football, NFL. We're not talking Alabama Division I, right? The ordinary, run-of-the-mill, they're very good football players, but it's tough to be Division II or III college running back and be exceptional at running it, catching it, and pass protection. That's kind of a rare running back. All right? So for the most part, the weakness is in their protection. So you got to pick that up in your film study, because then that's also going to be a key that they're throwing the football. Okay, and we do have an answer for that, but you're going to have to see another presentation. So again, non-subscribers, please do. All right, so that's the scenario there. So now let me keep the blitz up front, because the defensive line executes it regardless. Okay, the defensive line does not read out. So let's say, okay, because right now I want to go over this, the readout. Okay, let's say as an example, that's the scheme, right? So he's going to scream trap. He reads out because that's the guard pull to either. Okay, both guards pull. So he pulls to me, or if he pulled to me, I read out. Follow me? He's making a trap call. Nobody's pulling to him. They're pulling away, so he still executes it. There's the butt side. Okay, there's the butt side. Consequently, this gets messy real fast. Let me apologize, but let me take care of this now. Okay, let's say we get same defensive line stays the same. So now we get that, right? Now he's making the trap call, right? They're not pulling to him. He's pulling away. So he stays on the blitz and bends. And now he reads out because it's pulled to him. And that's consistent with our plug blitz rules. Okay? A gap. This is an A gap plug. This we add, it's double plug, same side, both inside line, AB, right? AB, same side read. So the initial is the A, so those same rules apply. Okay, like again, non-subscribers subscribe, but the double A gap, right? It's the same. Okay? The tweak to this is having the shuffle read opposite side, go butt side, right? The Gilligan. But that is how we take our inside linebackers We can keep our too high look behind. Again, I'm not going to show the medium coverage here. Join and you can see the zone blitz coverage playlist on medium, okay? But this is a way that we can attack protections soundly as well as defend, draw, and screen. Okay, and then if they run the football, whether it's pull or not, you got to react and be a linebacker. But when they do pull, it's not likely to be a pass. That gives us the readout capability. And that's why we do it. Let's say it's really long yardage, so they just want to run a trap play, maybe pop one for 10 or 15, punt the football. We read the trap, we read out of it properly, we got it covered. Okay? So as I said at the beginning, to my subscribers, I thank you, and I hope I've made the point. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you do. It doesn't cost anything. And to everyone right now, any questions at all, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com because I just would love to talk football.